Good evening again, YouTube. Sorry, my eye itched right when I got started. So it's the end of day 9. As I mentioned before, I'm going to go to every other days now. So I'll fill you guys in. Well, there's really not anything to fill you guys in on day 8. Not a whole lot happened. Everything was pretty much the same as last time I talked to you guys on day 7. I'm going to take those off, they're fogging up. Anyway, so not a lot changed yesterday. I did notice some changes today, though, however. Starting to regain some of my smell. I'm still doing the vinegar test a couple times a day, as I mentioned before. And I noticed this evening I could start to smell it again. Now, it's a far cry back, or from being back to normal, but I did notice I could smell it. So there is that. I mean, that's progress, right? Additionally, I noticed some progress when it comes to the head congestion and stuff like that. There's still some congestion there. It's starting to loosen up a lot. I don't feel near as congested as I have over the last week or so. With that, I'm starting to get a lot of sinus drainage. So I guess that kind of debunks my theory that it was all swelling and there wasn't any actual mucus or anything up there, because it's starting to drain out. Good news is it's coming out the front side. It's not going down the back of my throat into my lungs, so that's positive. At least in my mind it is. I mean, that kind of lessens the possibility of picking up pneumonia or something like that. Now granted, it doesn't completely get rid of that possibility. However, it does greatly lend to my favor. So that's good. We are still continuing to take our vitamins every day. Electrolytes are up, nutrients are up. We're not having as big an issue with that since we got our appetites back, so it's a lot easier to stay on top of, but we are staying on top of it. We have decided we're going to continue the Ivomec therapy for a while longer still, at least until we are cleared. So we're going to be going to get tested Monday, so we should know by then either if we cleared it or if we're still positive. We do understand, there's different risks with the different tests. Some of them, depending on... Sorry, dog started barking. Depending on the type of test, it can register for different amounts of time after being positive. So I got to try to find one of the ones that registers whether or not it's active instead of based on antibodies. I think the ones that are based on antibodies are the PCR test, in which case that one's not going to do me any good, because I know I'm going to test positive on it because of the fact that I will have antibodies now. I believe that's correct. One of the tests works that way, the other test is only if it's active virus in your system. So you got to try to find the ones based on active virus in your system, because ultimately positive is positive, negative is negative. So that's kind of where I'm at on it right now. So recap real quick, I'll sign off. Smell's starting to come back, congestion's starting to break up, starting to get some sinus drainage. So that's good. I mean, that's all progress in the right direction as far as getting better. With that, I will talk to you guys again on Friday evening. Don't forget, we're going to have the live episode coming up here pretty soon. I'm probably going to wait to do that until I get my negative test, and then kind of release that when I get it, and we'll discuss the entire experience as a whole. Until then, we're going to maintain every other day updates, with the exception of, we'll do Friday, and then we'll probably do Sunday, and then probably update you guys real quick on Monday, depending on which way the test goes. But as we get into those episodes, Friday and Sunday, I should have a little bit better idea on when we're going to try to do the live event, and give you all a heads up. That way, if you do want to be there for it, you can. Anyway, I see all the people that are supporting and watching, and I appreciate that. And hopefully it's helpful to somebody. You know, like stated before, I'm not a doctor. You absolutely need to consult your doctor before you decide to do any of the things that we've chosen to do. But at the same time, my wife and I had a lot of questions going into this. We didn't really know what to expect. So hopefully it can at least, if not anything else, ease somebody's mind if they realize that they've contracted the virus and they now have to deal with it also. So with that, y'all have a good night, and I'll talk to you in a couple of days. Bye. If you'd like to follow along, get updates when we post our new videos every day, click the subscribe button and the bell down here in the corner. Also, this will be a link to the next day's video once it's posted. This will be a link to the playlist, so you can go back and catch up if you start somewhere in the middle.